is why is gym exercise alone inferior to N.E.A.T for weight loss?
It's an excellent question. Many people they sign up for gym, whenever they think going there for half an hour with or without a coach is going to make you healthy. It is far from it because that 1 hour, even if you do 1 hour, and is not going to help you as much as the remaining hours of your waking time. And this is what we call the TV watching active couch potato, because then they come back and sit and watch TV or sit and work on the computer or sit and start texting with their phone. So the out of 24 hours, if you imagine, 8 hours you sleep, and the remaining part of the 24 hours, only 1 hour you have spent in physical activity, rest you are sedentary. That does not help your insulin resistance or weight gain or any other chronic disease. That is why non-exercise activity thermogenesis is the key for health and better sleep and happiness.
Can we do squats by practice? And even if my knees are bad, and she says, I can't squat now.
Excellent question. Just to think of this. Old India had the squatting toilet. With or without arthritis, men or women used to use the toilet. Why? Because they never gave up that flexibility, with or without arthritis. So do the extent you can. You don't have to do it 100%. To the extent you can. One simple trick is get a stool as an attachment to your toilet. These are approximately about $20. You can buy it. And those special stools for the Western toilet, if you use it, then not only you will have better bowel movement, you will also increase your flexibility, even if you have joint pain and arthritis.
And people are asking if you recommend yoga.
The question is, do you recommend yoga? Yoga is good just like a gym. Half an hour of yoga is never equivalent to the non-exercise activity rest of the day. That is why you do the yoga if you like. It will help you for your flexibility, a little bit towards the strength, but that alone is not enough.
Tina and Vipin are asking, most of us are required to spend time on computers with work and college going students. Even if we have a stand-up desk, the requirement of working for 10 to 12 hours a day, we are still standing in one place and sitting intermittently. What is your best suggestion for today's work or school culture?
Okay. First of all, those who have, now that most people work from home, cubicle privacy is not an issue. We have worked with the people who had a cubicle privacy issue in the computer industry, because if you stand up in your cubicle, then the next person is seeing you, and then you don't have privacy. But at home, you arrange your computer and desk such a way that you are standing most of the time. It is active standing, not inactive standing. And a high heel is no. In the work culture, they used to use a high heel because it impairs your circulation. And then have some device like I have. So when you're standing, like I am doing the lecturing now, I am continuously moving my foot and heel and everywhere, and circulation is continuing. So next thing is, those who have to sit down, every 20 minutes, you stand up for 3 minutes. That is approximately 10 minutes per hour. In 8-hour work, you have already achieved your 150 minutes of non-sitting.
What should you do during gardening?
Okay, gardening is a very good question, but gardening not standing. You do squatting and do your gardening. The good old gardeners, how did they do it? They squat when you have to. So you bend, you do have flexibility, bend over, not using all kind of tools to touch it with the pole. So please do gardening, and you do most of your gardening with when the sun is out there, preferably with the morning sun.
Any neat activity for eyes?
For eyes, yeah, the eyes movement, you're talking about specifically eye muscles. Okay, you can do lots of very simple left to right, and then up and down, corner to corner. These are the simple eye movement. Then you become your own Bharatanatyam teacher and move your eyeballs.
What is the difference morning sun and evening sun?
Very good question. It is called circadian. There are two factors in morning sun and evening sun. Factor one is the sunlight and its wavelength alone. Factor two is we, human being or any animal, is supposed to be exposed to morning sun, to balance our circadian rhythm. So in both ways, morning sun is the best. Additionally, those who cannot do a walking due to disability, they can sit in their backyard or they can sit in their own house looking out at morning sun without wearing any dark glasses, because you want the sun to be exposed such a way that your brain, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, picks up that morning sunlight.
So when someone has never exercised or want to get in routine and is in the habit of exercise, how they should begin, and any specific tips on how to sustain the routine and accountability?
If someone has never exercised, this is not an exercise. It's a non-exercise activity, thermogenesis. Just like a child, the child doesn't go to gym. Do these movements as much as you can. Repeat it. Do it exactly when you watch your TV. That you never watch your TV without doing these exercises. There you are the winner. So these are simple movements. The exercise by definition is, people think like going to gym or having a coach. No, you're yourself your own coach. And on these moments, there is no right or wrong. The child never says this is the right way to move your hand. Do it the best you can.
What is a time like when sun is like good for your skin, like before 10, after 10? I mean, when you say morning time, what is that time?
Before 10, soon after sunrise, whenever you can.
This is Baljeet.
Yeah.
If you have macular degeneration in your eye, what kind of exercises can you do to help fix it, or if it can be fixed at all?
Yeah, okay. Macular degeneration, as of course, the eye exercises will help to an extent, but more than that, it is nutrition based, the vitamins and nutrition based, and fish oil, or if you don't take fish oil, then things like non-animal, that is called algae-based fish oil, EPA, DHA. These are the ones we recommend, and then a high dose of vitamins, and then astaxanthin and zeaxanthin. You might have heard of those. These are the vitamins that you find in the vitamin store. AASTA, astaxanthin and zeaxanthin.
Maushami Banerjee has a question. She says, I have acute arthritis in my knees and cannot bend my knees much or stand. Also, I have a job that makes me sit for almost 10 hours a day. How can I practice N.E.A.T? Please suggest.
Yes. N.E.A.T is not only with your legs, your arms too. You can use your upper body to the extent possible. And, the acute arthritis, you will have to rest. The whole idea is when you have acute arthritis, you have to rest until it heals, which is a week or so. And then use your upper body. Don't stop using your upper body. And then later on, do these N.E.A.T exercises. Then one of the things, once again, for all of you, focus on it. When you don't have acute arthritis, the best that we as doctors recommend is an exercise bicycle, a stationary bicycle. But you do not need it because you are going to use your bike riding in the air. This is called air bike. So once your arthritis heals a little bit, Do your air bike as much as you can. You're not going to have any injury because there is no resistance. It is your own muscle you're using up in the air.
How do we decide, should we be taking supplemental vitamins, being completely on a vegan diet? Is there something we should be look out for? It's completely no if there are no visible symptoms.
It's a good nutrition question. Here's the answer. If you have 6 to 8 servings of multicolored vegetables, you get all the vitamins you need. And then if not, you can take vitamin supplements. What we see in this country, in India as well now, is vitamin D deficiency is almost everybody has that problem. That's because the unbalanced gut bacteria does not allow your vitamin D that you eat does not get absorbed enough. And then the vitamin supplements, you need it if you do not eat your 6 to 8 servings of multicolored vegetables and fruits.
Vibhay Sinha is wanting to know, is intermittent fasting good? You did say it was, but he doesn't know how to do it. Could you advise him?
Anybody can do the 16-hour fasting, and that is from dinner time yesterday until lunchtime today. Then you do not eat anything except, like I said, avocado and MCT oil and coffee or tea without sugar or cream, because these things enhance, increase your nutritional ketosis, and without having any additional hunger, because your body is burning ketones and burning energy from your own stored fat. And in India, older people used to skip their dinner. And ideally, that is better if you can do so, which is called circadian eating, meaning thereby, you do not eat, during the nighttime plus. The plus can be backwards towards the dinner in the night or forwards towards the breakfast time.
How much MCT oil to take? Because you've got them all going now.
All right, you start with 1 teaspoon, and most people need 2 tablespoons, but start slowly. If not, it gives the abdominal pains.
Muscle strength exercises at home.
At home, these 5 exercises are going to strengthen your muscle as a normal movement, as a child moves, as a monkey moves. You do not need to show off your muscle strength to anybody. This is not a muscle focus. This is a movement focused from age 0 until age 100.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naresh Bhat. And of course, thanks to you, Reena, for carrying this whole session and making it so interesting and interactive.